want to flag up a problem for you if you are looking to bring a claim to the WRC for penalisation under the Protected Disclosures Act 2014. You'll see on the screen there the Workplace Relations Complaint Form, and this is the standard form that you're supposed to use when you are making a complaint, a work-related, employment-related complaint to the WRC. It's a relatively straightforward form, and as you go through it, there's quite extensive instructions and directions. That's not to say that people don't make mistakes. They make mistakes all the time. But one mistake that they shouldn't be forced to make is arising from a difficulty, an infirmity or an imperfection with the form itself. Because remember, the Workplace Relations Commission created this form. WRC are created under statute and they're a statutory body, so you'd imagine that the forms that they are asking people to use in order to make complaints would be comprehensive and accurate and so on. But there is a problem with the form when it comes to the Protected Disclosures Act 2014 and the penalisation aspect of it, any claim. So as you can see here on the screen, you'll see the Workplace Relations Commission form, complainant's details, date of commencement and so on. Forget about all that stuff for the moment. What I'm concerned about is the drop down menu where it's the general complaint area. So you can see here on the screen, this is the general complaint area, and there's a box here, and you're saying that my complaint falls under, and you select from the drop down list below. When you go to select from the drop down list, however, and you check penalisation, if penalisation led to dismissal from employment, you may choose the unfair dismissal option from the general complaint area to make a complaint. The reason that that's coming up there is because there's no way to penalise or to make a complaint about penalisation per se. In other words, if you're penalised but you have not been dismissed, then strictly speaking it's not an Unfair Dismissals Act claim. And if that's the case, you're going to run into a technical defence by the employer saying this claim is brought under the wrong act because there was no unfair dismissal. This is allegedly or purportedly a penalisation claim under the Protected Disclosures Act 2014. It wasn't an unfair dismissal, and it's a fair point. This here flags up, this indication on the screen flags up the difficulty, because once I have picked penalisation there, you'll see the options I have. I was penalised for breach of the Protection of Young Persons Employment Act 1996. No, that's no good. I was penalised for looking to exercise parental or force majeure leave. That's no good. I was penalised for invoking entitlements under the National Minimum Wage Act 2000. That's no good. I was penalised for having exercised or proposed to exercise my entitlement to carers leave. That's no good. I was penalised for having performed the functions of an employee representative. That's no good if you're wishing to bring a claim for penalisation under the Protected Disclosures Act. I was penalised for making a complaint under the Employment Permits Act. That's no good. And I was penalised by my employer for invoking entitlements under the Protection of Employees Fixed Term Work Act. You can see all of those penalisation options. None of them are any good if your claim is for protected disclosure. Let's go back up and have a look at that drop down box again. So that's penalisation. Okay? If we then have a look underneath penalisation, you'll see whistleblowers. This should do it. So remember, your claim is for penalisation under the Protected Disclosures Act 2014. That's basically the whistleblowers situation, the Whistleblowers Act. Again, it gives you the same pop-up indication, additional information situation there. Why doesn't the bloody form allow you to significantly or to pick penalisation under the Protected Disclosures Act 2014? That's what I want to know. And why isn't the form changed? It shouldn't be a big job. In any event, here's the whistleblowers. I've been penalised for reporting breaches of the Charities Act. That's no good. I've been penalised for reporting breaches of the Chemicals Act. That's no good. I've been penalised for reporting breaches of the Competition Act. That's no good. I was penalised for reporting breaches of the Consumer Protection Act. That's no good. I've been penalised for reporting breaches of the Criminal Justice Act, the Inland Fisheries Act. the NAMA Act, the Prevention of Corruption Amendment Act, for Protection of Persons Reporting Child Abuse Act, for Property Services Regulation Act. If you are in the workplace and you have been penalised under or in the workplace generally, and you've been penalised for something or other, and you feel it's because you've made a protected disclosure, you will see from this form that you cannot indicate on the form that you've been penalised for having made a protected disclosure, even though the law allows you, even though the Protected Disclosures Act 2014 allows you to bring such a penalisation claim. That's a problem with this WRC form. The advice is that you ignore the form and you write to the WRC and you set out your complaint under the Protected Disclosures Act 2014 is the penalisation one you're wishing to complain about, and take it from there. But if you don't do that, if you rely on this form, you will end up ticking a box for Unfair Dismissals Act 1977, even though you haven't been dismissed, even though your claim is for penalisation. That is a weakness, that is an imperfection or an infirmity in this WRC form, and it is unfortunate that it has not been remedied, and that's my experience. Hope you find this video useful. If you do, give it a thumbs up down below. Thanks for watching.